And we'd like to welcome the Class 4A champions of 2020, or what's left of that group, going into 2021, the Wagoner Bulldogs, always competing up there at the top under Coach Dale Condick, now in his 16th year. Coach, would you like to open us up here with some opening general comments about your team?
Well, you know, we obviously are excited about the things we accomplished last year, and as most people know, we had a huge senior class that did a lot of great things. 25 seniors that graduated, and those guys have all moved on to new life experiences, and now we have a new group that, while they're unproven, I think the talent is there to continue the tradition that we've paved over the last several years. And we do have several guys that have game experience, and I know the attitude has been great all summer. I had a great summer, one of the better summers we've had, and a good group of seniors, 4 of them here today that 2 of them were starters, and the other 2 played a lot and probably even started at times. So still excited, and we know the expectations at Wagoner, and you know, our goals will be to continue to meet those expectations.
Let's start over here on the right. Selected Jamal in my notes here. Jamal, you're one of the only player with significant experience on the offensive side here. How does alignment? I mean, a lot of times maybe it's a quarterback coming back or a running back. Your alignment, how do you use that to your advantage in leading the offensive unit and even to a larger extent the team?
I mean, I just kind of grew, like my mentality grew a little bit with the older guys from last year, and I just kind of bringing it on to the younger guys now. I got to be a big dog, kind of, I guess.
Gabe, you're also a returning starter on defense. You want to add to that from that standpoint? I mean, you guys as a unit have a lot to live up to after last year's outstanding run on defense.
Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely got to be a leader this year. I know that. Being one of the young guys as a starters last year, I got to step up this year. So, like Jamal said, I got to be a big dog.
Okay. Logan, over here on the left, how much does tradition, and Coach talked about that, the expectation at Wagoner year in, year out, how much does tradition fit into your mental makeup?
It's a big thing, you know, it's Wagoner, so it's kind of the same stuff every year. We're going to be up top. We're going to kind of work for it. We're going to be that team.
Okay. Fred, you want to follow up on that one? You had some pretty big games there in the stretch. You know about what it takes.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and lean into the mic. Yeah. What does this tradition mean to you in terms of, you know the expectation that's on your shoulders year in, year out. What does that mean to you personally? And how do you use that to your advantage?
It means a lot.
Hey, you said, you know, when you told me to bring 4 players, you said bring your best 4 players, not your best 4 talkers. And Fred doesn't talk a whole lot.
Well, I'm gonna pull a fun one out here for him in a minute. He'll enjoy it. Yeah. He'll enjoy it. Yeah, listen.
I asked on the way over here. I said, okay, which guy's going to have? Because there's always one guy that freezes up a little bit on the mic. He doesn't loosen up. And I said, hey, you're just talking to him like you're having a conversation. I said, which one? And all the other guys said Fred. So we'll help Fred get through this though.
Okay, Fred, this is a fun one, okay?
Come on, Fred.
Who's your biggest cheerleader?
I don't have one.
Who's your biggest fan?
He said I don't have one.
Your biggest fan. Who's yelling the most for you on Friday nights?
I'd say my grandpa.
Okay, tell me a little bit about his his game routine? What is he doing in the stands?
Well, my grandpa, he always been. He came every game ever since I was little. He always been there, and like he just loved watching me.
Okay. All right, Logan, who's yours?
I have to say either my family, my parents, or my girlfriend.
You credit your girlfriend. Okay, that's
there.
good because she might
He went there.
she might not like that if you didn't. So,
Yeah, he'd be in
Gabe,
trouble,
you
I
will
know her, and he'd be in a lot of trouble.
you will follow. Well, Coach, let's ask you that too. Who's your biggest cheerleader?
My wife.
He went there.
No, honestly, hey, she's been. I don't think she's ever missed a game in my career. So always there'll be. This will be the first time in several years she'll be in the stands without a son on the team. So, but trust me, she'll be there every week. And
How is that for you now? Not having that.
I've had people ask me that. I mean, it's. I did it for so long before I had boys playing, but it will be a little bit different. But I'm sure I'll adjust. I'm proud. I couldn't have asked for a better experience for the two of them. They both got to finish their career with state championships and with great groups of guys and great memories. So I definitely can't complain about their experience. But no, life goes on, and they're going on to new things, and Wagoner football will too.
Gabe, what will you miss most from what last year's squad brought? And talk about that not only from an individual standpoint, but a team standpoint at this point. What will you miss, at least in the early going, from that team?
Well, I have a lot of friends from that group, so I'm definitely going to miss them as people and definitely as teammates. We brought pretty good intensity too. Every game, everybody was hyped in the locker room. So, but I think we can bring that too this year. We're definitely going to be good this year.
Yeah, Jamal, does this team take on a different personality from last year's team?
Yes, sir. I would like to say so. We're a lot more small than what we were, but we're just gonna bring as much power we can to this year and try to take it all, I guess. Just bring it all.
Coach, looking at the schedule, what's sort of a defining early point for you, or something that you're looking at there to, get a good measure of where this team is?
We'll be tested right away. I know Coweta has a great group of players back, and that's a big rivalry game. So, we kick our season off with them, and then at Tahlequah, we go at Coweta, at Tahlequah right off to two really good programs of late, and so we'll be tested right away. I think for this team, our key is to maintain the course. You don't usually win or lose the state championship the first couple of weeks, and the understanding of improving each week, and then ultimately finding a way to win your district, and those kind of things will be critical. And that's not to say that we're not going to go to Coweta with every intention of winning a game, but they'll definitely bring a big challenge to us early.
Okay. Any final comments, Coach, as you heard these guys, and just in terms?
Last year was an amazing season. We've had several amazing seasons in the last 10 years or so in Wagoner, and we graduated more starting positions than any team I've ever coached. And the funny thing is, I still think we're going to be pretty good. I think bottom line is we had a lot of good players that weren't starters last year. So there's going to be names that, a lot of people haven't heard a lot of, that they're going to be household names by the end of the year. And those guys, I'm sure, are back home ready to get going and to prove themselves. So, the train's not going off the track, in my opinion, in Wagoner. So and it's exciting for us to, as coaching staff, to find a way to get these guys in a position to be successful. So we're looking forward to the new challenge.
Do you see this team? I mean, nobody knows them better than you at this point. Do you see this team with a different type personality than last year's?
You know, that's what keeps me interested in coaching. They're all different every year, and I can remember each of them in their own unique way. They're all different in a way. They all have a different feel to them. As you said the word personality, they all have different personalities. So this team's personality has kind of started, but it's nowhere near its finished point yet. So that's the fun part of it, is to see where these guys will take us. And you know, it's kind of like you have an unwritten book to start each season, and at the end, the final chapter will be written, and this book is just starting. So there'll be some great moments, there'll be some challenging moments along the way, and the story's still untold, and I'm excited to get started and see where it goes.
Well, Coach, and your team of Bulldogs here, good luck in the 2021 season.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.